Hey everybody, this is Pastor Vance. Welcome to Weekly Wisdom. I'd like to share with you about the power of your tongue. I talk about this a lot because it's just so significant, but I want to kind of come from a different approach and also what it means to not be religious or to be religious, if you want to look at it that way. In James it says, chapter 1, verse 26, if any among you thinks he is religious and does not bridle his tongue, but deceives his own heart, this one's religion is useless. So what James is saying, if you read that whole book of James, he's like, basically the tongue should set your whole world on fire. Your tongue is powerful. Proverbs 18:29 says the power of death and life are in your tongue. So the words we speak and the things we say will actually set our course and set our direction. And James is saying, basically, if you don't bridle your tongue and you can just flap off at the mouth, then your religion is useless. You need to watch what you say. And then he says in the next verse, which is my heart, something I carry. And this is wisdom. Pure religion, pure and undefiled religion before God and the Father is this, to visit the orphans and the widows in their trouble and to keep oneself unspotted from the world. So pure and undefiled religion is to visit the widows, the fatherless, to keep yourself unspotted. What does that mean? Well, we take time to feed about 500 children around the world. For many years, we were just doing a little bit, maybe on Guatemala and maybe a little bit in Africa. But now we're constantly, consistently feeding these children for 18, 19 plus years. And my heart goes out to these children. Some of them, they have no mother, have no father. They're raised by grandma or other relatives. Some of them live in orphanages. Some of them live in shacks. But it's our heart. Some of them live near the dumps. Some of them have parents, but they just don't have a lot of money. But it's our heart to take care of these. And so we want to be religious. And so we try to keep our mouth in line with not saying negative things about our destiny, who we are, and what God's doing in us. But then we also want to make sure that life is not about us. So a couple of years ago, I used to flip houses. 2007, 2008, housing market crashed. I ended up with rentals. 2018, the Lord told me again, I felt it in my heart deeply, it's time to flip properties again. So wisdom was this. I said, okay, Lord. And so I poured everything I had into it and we started again. But this past year, now it's been 2 years, we've been able to significantly give into the kingdom more than we've ever given in the history of our walk with God. And that's taking care of widows and orphans. So we committed to God, Lord, you bless our business. And we're going to do our part. We're not going to forget you that gave us the power to get wealth, but we're going to make sure we take care of those. So we're just working through wisdom is keeping my mouth in line with what God has said and what I'm doing, keeping my mouth in line with the business and making sure that I keep loving the widows and orphans around the world. And I wish that I could go and be with them all the time, but it just doesn't happen. I did 5 trips last year. We're probably going to do 4 or 5 this year. We go to the nations and we love these people, but our money that we make empowers them to be fed, to be clothed, to be educated. So wisdom says this, keep your mouth in check and love the widows and orphans. God bless you. I hope you enjoy it.